Alright, welcome back guys, this is another Airsoft review. Today we're going to be doing a review on the A&K MK46 saw. This is a little different of a saw if you guys are really looking for a light machine gun to fill maybe a role on your team, or maybe you're just looking for a big gun because you hate yourself like me and you want to carry a 20-pound gun all day, throw out your arms, possibly your back, and be ultimately inefficient on the field. This is the gun for you. Alright, so this gun's going to retail at about $360. So, good luck buying it. It is a very good gun, though. It's very durable. There's no wobble. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of wobble, but there's minimal wobble on this. It's, like I said, very hefty. The website, EVIC, they say it weighs in about 14 pounds. That's wrong. At least in my experiences. I've weighed it and it weighs about 20 pounds. But this isn't my gun, actually. This is a friend's gun. He's got, as you can see, an EO tag on it, carrying handle, so that adds like 10 pounds or so. Paracord adds a couple pounds. Different box mag. This doesn't come with the gun. This was actually bought separately because the box mag that comes with it is terrible. It's bad. You'll read up on that on the website. It broke on him within the first month of buying it. It had this issue where the gears in it would not correctly feed BBs and it just wouldn't shoot anything. So you're going to want to buy a new one of those. The mags will run around 50 bucks, depends on when you get it, when it's on sale. But starting out with the gun, let's just start at the front and move to the back. Alright, you guys see this crumpled up excuse for a flash hider? Doesn't come with the gun. You're going to get your normal bird caged orange tip. This was actually on an MP5 I owned. It got crushed up because I thought I could make a suppressor with it. I did. It got its use. Now it's bent up and now goes on his saw. But it actually kind of fits it, and he's happy with it. I think it looks good, but it's terrible. Moving on back, it has a iron sight that is built into the gun. This actually runs to a rear sight. You'll see later. Nothing much to say there. Let's move on to the rails. Alright, moving on to the rails here. This is what really differs the saw from other saws you find on the market. Let that one settle in. Yeah, a lot of the other saws you see don't have rails like this, and you can take this top rail off. It has 6 Allen key screws here that you unscrew those. It takes about an extraneous amount of time. You take this off, and you can buy a heat shield, I believe, for it to finish off the look for maybe a different style you're going for, or you just want to cut off a few pounds. But the rails here, you actually have 2 rails here. I find that kind of useless, honestly, because you have this rail, and you really only need 1 rail. And I mean, it's a saw, so like you're not mounting all kinds of accessories on it. So it's pretty extraneous in that sense. You can't even really use the bottom rail for a foregrip, because when you hold the stock up, not the stock, but the bipod, when you fold it up, I mean, you can't put a foregrip there. So I don't really understand the design behind this. I suppose you could take the bipod off, which you can, and put a Harris bipod on it if you like, but that's up to you. So it is a nice feature. It's just the implementation of it is kind of weird, I guess you could say. Like I said earlier, he has put a carrying handle on it because, like I said, this gun is excessively heavy, and sometimes you just need to have something a little more sturdy to grab onto, since even a sling is a little weird to have with a saw. Moving on back, we're going to talk about the receivers. Alright, so like I said, he has this new box mag, which looks way better than the old one. The old green plastic one pretty much sounded like a Tupperware box when you touched it, and it broke immediately. This one's way nicer. I recommend you guys get this. No feeding problems with it yet. Hasn't broken, and it's much sturdier. It actually looks a lot more aesthetically pleasing on the gun too. Moving up here, this is totally for design, like 99% of things in Airsoft. Bullet chain. I don't know the exact price and how much this ran him. You know how much it ran him? $19. $19 for some fake bullets. Or go out and buy real bullets and jam together. Up to you. And potential legal issues. It does a good job actually of hiding all the wiring and chains. You actually have... Oh, there you go. And it makes the gun look a lot better, honestly, if you want to get a without bullet chain with bullets. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice? Just aesthetics. It actually mounts inside the flip up. You want to get a good shot of this. It mounts just inside of there. A little weird. You got to kind of work with it. You can use it in other saws. Okay, I'm not going to break the table here. Alright, good. Get it mounted in there, see how it works for you. Not really going to go into detail on how it works. You guys can figure it out. It's not that hard. Moving up here, we have a EOTech. A optic on a light machine gun isn't the most necessary things. I mean, really, you're just laying down suppressing fire on buildings. But hey, it looks cool, doesn't it? But you know, you get the gun tuned enough, you can you can use it effectively. I like to stress that point. It's not useless that much. All right, moving on back. He actually had an issue where the original bolt here fell off the saw, and that pretty much meant that this pin could slide out and the whole stock would just kind of go and, you know, bye-bye his wrists. That would like really mess up your wrists. So in the spirit of Airsoft and aesthetically pleasing modifications, took some green paracord that he stole from me and wrapped it around the buffer tube here, because who needs to contract the stock all the way? Midgets, that's who. And he wrapped it around the stock and super glued it here. Don't be fooled. That knot is not actually holding the nut there. It's super glued there. I know, because I did it. On the back, it's got a retractable stock, which, if you're a big guy like me, it stays all the way out anyways. For some reason, he's really tedious about wobble on his guns. He's flipping me off right now, but no, he's really tedious about wobble on his guns. So he wrapped electrical tape around his buffer tube. He does it for all of his guns, actually. And I mean, it makes them sturdy, but it's... I'm trying to move this right now. You can't do it. And of course, it's got this little flippy thingy that you put over your shoulder. Does anybody actually use those? Because I don't. I don't know of anybody who uses them. Anyway, moving on, we're going to talk about the internals, because you guys can pretty much look and see what he's done. And now, yes, there is that cool paint job. Guess who did that paint job? Me, that's who. So if you want a paint job in your guns, message me. Just kidding. I'm not painting your guns. All right, moving on to the internals. I'm not going to break it apart because it's I can do a disassembly video if you guys like, but there's plenty of those on the interwebs. So this is like other saws running a version 8 gearbox, which is, if you don't know, kind of like a little rectangle looking thing. It's actually very nice to work on. Only problem is when I took it apart the first time to work on it, which was actually I was doing a motor swap for him, and I was working on the air seal and stuff, because one of the issues he has with this gun is it doesn't get the best range. That's doing parts in many variables. The hop up on this is a very specific kind of hop up. It's like a rotary style, almost like a Pro-In, but it feeds directly in the back and out the front. So it's not very efficient, and actually there's a problem where the nub kept falling out of the hop up, and I don't know how many times he bought a new hop up and nub. I think twice. But finished off with a Prometheus purple soft type bucking. Worked well for him. It's got an extra range, about 100, 120 feet of effective accuracy. That's trying to engage targets. But like I said, when you're a support gunner, you're not really out there to get kills. You're out there to suppress enemies for your team and ultimately help them push up, and they're really the ones getting the kills. But if you can get a kill, do it. If you can, because it's really heavy and cumbersome. Moving on back in the gearbox, he has put in a new motor. He has a lot. I put in a new high RPM motor, which gave a significant rate of fire boost. If you guys are interested, we can do a shooting test and a rate of fire test later on. Other than that, I corrected all kinds of air seal. It did have pretty poor air seal in it, so when you guys get it, if you're an experienced tech, you may want to break this down, go into your gearbox and fix the air seal, install a new motor to get you more RPS, because you're a saw gunner, you got to get a lot of BBs downrange. But other than that, with the internals, I found them very pleasing, actually. Like I said, it's a very good gearbox to work on, not that complicated. It's all pretty straightforward. The shimming on it was actually pretty good. I was really impressed with the shimming. There's no whining or anything in this. So that pretty much wraps up the internals. Onto the barrel. It comes with a original barrel that runs to about there. It's about that long. Let's say about 11 to 9 inches. Put in a standard M4 barrel, which has worked pretty well in combination with the cylinder, because the cylinder isn't ported, so it gave him a little bit of an FPS boost, and like I said, after all these modifications, he's got extra range. So to break it down finally for you guys, great gun, really durable. You drop this, I'm confident you're not going to break it. Only problems with it is that range and the FPS on it. They need some work. But you know, you can't ask for much when you're talking about a system that is built for high speed. You sacrifice high FPS, but that's also not what you're going for. But other than that, it's really solidly built gun. Only real external structural issue we've had is the cocking handle, charging handle, that finicky thing. Will you fall off the table? I'm just gonna hold it. Yeah, get a good shot of this. It moves, still works, and don't stop falling. It still works and stuff, but let me pop open the bullet chain. Gotta love them. There is a here. Let's cut to a better shot of it here. Right here, there is a little piece that connects to the charging handle, and it snapped. You know, because God hates them, and he thought, hey, you can't have a good gun. It still works, but it's just not connected, so it makes the pole a little sticky. But that's about it with the external issues. But that concludes this video, guys. If you're still here, thank you. We're a pretty new Airsoft channel, but we're trying here. We're trying. We got an ammo box. I mean, so we're pretty official. So if you guys like the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys would like to see more reviews or shooting tests, let us know. Pretty much we're open to do anything. We're pretty low on ideas here and budget. But guns isn't an issue. If you guys want to see any reviews, we have plenty of guns. For instance, we have this Apex M4 here. If this interests you guys, let us know in the comments. We can do a review on it. We're going to be doing some more work to this gun in the near future, so it will change between now and then. Oh, shit. Put that down there. Up next. I can't even get the damn thing out. We have A&K G46. Yeah, look at that. You guys want to see this? Let us know. And we have other guns, but that's just to get you a little bit of little bit of a tease, you know what I mean? Not just guns, though. If you guys would like to see a review on this 511 backpack, let us know. And we will get right on it in probably never. But let us know. It'll let us know that people are watching these videos and we're not just sitting in a basement recording them because we hate our lives. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Bye.